If you've been feeling tired even after rest, it's not about your sleep. It's something deeper. You wake up tired, take breaks, but still feel drained. You finish your work and still feel empty inside. This isn't burnout. This is soul weariness. And most people don't even know they have it. Today we're going to talk about why regular rest isn't fixing your exhaustion and what your inner self is desperately trying to tell you. By the end of this video, you'll understand the real reason you feel tired all the time and how to actually fix it. The new kind of fatigue. Here's what nobody talks about. It's not your body that's exhausted. It's not even your mind. It's your spirit that's running on empty. Think about it. When was the last time you felt truly rested? Not just physically, but deep down in your bones? Most of us can't remember because we're dealing with a completely different kind of tired. This is the weight of being constantly reachable. Your phone buzzes and your stress spikes. Someone needs something from you every few minutes. You can't even go to the bathroom without checking messages. It's the anxiety of always needing to be useful, always needing to prove your worth, always needing to be productive or you feel guilty. Like your value as a person depends on how much you get done each day. And it's the loneliness of being surrounded by people, but not yourself. You spend all day talking to others, pleasing others, performing for others. But when did you last have a real conversation with yourself? This kind of fatigue doesn't go away with naps. It doesn't disappear after a weekend off. It needs something completely different. It needs reconnection. You're not just tired of doing, you're tired of not being. 5 hidden signs of soul fatigue. Let me share 5 signs that your soul is exhausted, not just your body. First, you feel numb even during things you used to enjoy. Your favorite TV show plays in the background while you scroll your phone. You eat your favorite food, but can't really taste it. Things that used to light you up now feel like background noise. Second, you keep saying, I just need to get through this week, every single week. Monday feels like a mountain to climb. Wednesday feels impossible. Friday feels like survival. But then Monday comes again and nothing has changed. Third, you procrastinate on things that used to matter to you. That book you wanted to read sits untouched. The hobby you loved collects dust. The friend you wanted to call gets pushed to next week, then next month, then never. Fourth, you feel more like a calendar than a human being. Your life is just appointments and deadlines and tasks. You wake up and immediately check what you need to do today, instead of checking how you feel today. And fifth, you're surrounded by people but feel profoundly alone. You're in meetings all day, but nobody really sees you. You're texting constantly, but nobody really knows you. You're busy being busy, but you're disappearing in the process. These aren't signs of laziness. These aren't character flaws. These are signals from your soul telling you something important. Why this is happening. So, why is this happening to so many of us? It's because we've become fractured. We have our work self, the professional who has it all together. Then, we have our home self, the person who's tired and just wants to collapse. Then we have our online self, the person who posts the highlights and hides the struggles. Then we have our performance self, the one who smiles and says, everything's fine when people ask. We're living as 4 different people instead of one whole person. And every time we switch between these versions of ourselves, we lose a little bit of who we really are. We perform more than we live. And every performance costs presence. Every time you pretend to be okay when you're not, you disconnect from yourself a little more. Every time you act interested when you're bored, you drift further from your authentic feelings. Here's what most people get wrong about rest. True rest isn't time off. It's time in. Time inside your own thoughts, time with your own values, time to breathe your own breath, time to sit in your own silence. You've been working all day and haven't spoken to yourself once. The moment of pause. I want you to try something right now. Don't worry, it's not some complicated meditation technique. Just pause the video for a second if you can. Put your phone down. Close your eyes. Take one deep breath. And ask yourself this simple question. What have I ignored about myself lately? Don't try to fix anything. Don't make a plan. Just listen. What comes up? Maybe it's that you miss being creative. Maybe it's that you're tired of pretending you're happy at your job. Maybe it's that you haven't felt like yourself in months. Maybe it's that you're scared you're living someone else's life. Whatever comes up, just notice it. Don't judge it. Don't try to change it. Just acknowledge it. Because here's the thing. The reason rest isn't working is because you're only resting the machine, not the human inside it. You're giving your body sleep, but not giving your soul attention. You're taking breaks from work, but not taking breaks from performing. You're resting your schedule, but not resting your spirit. Not a fix, a return. This isn't about adding more things to your to-do list. This isn't about finding more time in your day. This is about something much simpler and much harder. It's about returning to yourself. We don't need more productivity tips. We need more presence. We don't need more efficiency hacks. We need more meaning. We don't need more ways to do things faster. We need more reasons to do things at all. Maybe the real reason you feel tired isn't that you're doing too much. Maybe it's that you've forgotten what you're doing it for. When did you last do something just because it felt good? Not because it was productive or useful or necessary. Just because it brought you joy. When did you last sit somewhere beautiful and do absolutely nothing? Not scrolling, not planning, not worrying, just being present in your own life. When did you last have a thought that wasn't about solving a problem or completing a task? A thought that was just for you, just because you're human and humans have thoughts. Research from the University of Rochester shows that people who feel disconnected from their authentic selves report higher levels of anxiety and depression, even when their external circumstances look successful. It's not about having a perfect life. It's about having a life that feels like yours. You don't need to fix yourself. You need to find yourself again, the way forward. So what does this actually look like in practice? It's simpler than you think. Start with micro moments of authenticity. When someone asks how you are, tell them the truth instead of saying fine. Not the whole dramatic story, just the truth. I'm tired, or I'm stressed, or I'm having a weird day. Create tiny pockets of non-performance. 5 minutes in your car before you go into work where you don't have to be professional. 5 minutes in your room before you go downstairs where you don't have to be the parent or partner or roommate. Just 5 minutes to be you. Practice what I call presence drops. Throughout your day, drop into your body for just a moment. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice your breathing. Ask yourself, how am I really doing right now? Not how you should be doing. How you are doing. And here's the most important one. Start saying no to things that feel empty, even if they look good on paper. That networking event that makes your skin crawl. That obligation that drains your energy. That commitment you made when you were trying to be someone you're not. Your soul is tired because it's been carrying the weight of a life that doesn't quite fit. Every time you do something that goes against your grain, your spirit has to work overtime to make sense of it. This isn't about being selfish. This is about being honest. And sometimes the most generous thing you can do for the people around you is to show up as who you really are, instead of who you think they want you to be. The deeper truth. Here's what I've learned from talking to thousands of people who feel this way. The exhaustion isn't the problem. The exhaustion is the messenger. It's your soul's way of saying, hey, remember me? I'm still here. I'm still part of this equation. And I'm tired of being ignored. Your body gets tired when it needs rest. Your mind gets tired when it needs a break. Your soul gets tired when it needs recognition, when it needs to be seen and heard and honored as part of who you are. Maybe you've been so focused on surviving that you forgot about thriving. Maybe you've been so busy being useful that you forgot about being human. Maybe you've been so worried about disappointing others that you've been disappointing yourself every single day. The Japanese have a concept called ikigai, which roughly translates to reason for being. It's the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. But here's what most people miss about ikigai. It's not just about finding your purpose, it's about honoring all parts of yourself in that purpose. Your soul fatigue isn't a sign that something's wrong with you. It's a sign that something's right with you. It's your inner wisdom refusing to accept a life that doesn't honor who you really are. Finding your way back. So, how do you find your way back to yourself? Start small. Start today. Tonight, before you go to sleep, ask yourself one simple question. What did I do today that felt like me? Maybe it was laughing at something ridiculous. Maybe it was helping someone in a way that felt natural. Maybe it was eating something delicious without feeling guilty about it. Tomorrow, try to do one more thing that feels like you. Not because it's productive or necessary, but because it honors some part of who you are. Maybe it's listening to a song that moves you. Maybe it's calling someone you actually want to talk to. Maybe it's walking somewhere beautiful instead of driving. Maybe it's wearing something that makes you feel good instead of just looking appropriate. These tiny moments of authenticity add up. They're like deposits in your soul's bank account. And slowly, very slowly, you start to feel less tired and more alive. Remember, you're not trying to become someone new. You're trying to remember who you've always been underneath all the expectations and obligations and performances. That person is still there. Tired maybe, hidden maybe, but still there. Still you. Still worth honoring. Still worth fighting for. The community we're building. If this video felt like looking in a mirror, you're not alone. There are thousands of us who are tired of being tired, who want to live with more presence and less performance, who want to reconnect with ourselves and each other in real ways. If you want to be part of growing without grinding, resting without guilt, and connecting without performing, hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey back to ourselves.